Now, you served as the secretary of the Collie Club of America for some 23 years. You were a president for 2 years, back in the days when you could not serve more than 2 successive years. You currently are a director at large, in which capacity you will continue to serve until 1996, I believe.
Correct.
Is the expiration
Yes.
of that term. How did this come about, John?
Okay, I started out as a district director in Long Island prior to 1966. I would say it was probably 1964, 1965. I felt, the reason that I got involved is that I felt that the breed was giving me a lot, and I felt that you had to constructively pay back. And the way to pay back in anything is by work. Subsequently, I ran for president after completing my term as district director. I was nominated for the office of president and ran for same and was elected. I had 2 successive years. I was re-elected, so I served, I believe it was 1966 and 1967 that I served as president. During that time, the office of secretary was a giant chore because a secretary was trying to do everything, and subsequently a lot of things did not get done, and it was sort of a mix-up. I must also point out to you that at the time when I became president, the membership was about 900 people, and they were making it rather difficult for people to join, and I felt that any club that I belonged to had lost all rights of exclusivity, so we opened it up as a service organization. And as you know, we subsequently ended up right now where we have about 3,000 to 3,500 members. And I still feel very strongly that we're a service organization. We're not a social club. Now, during the presidency, I was very upset about the impossibility of how to run the office of secretary. So after finishing my term as president, I decided I was going to run for secretary, straighten out the office, and walk away into the sunset. It didn't work. We straightened out the office of secretary. We broke it into integral parts with assistant secretaries. We had wonderful people helping, and together we straightened out the office of secretary, and subsequently I remained in that office for 23 years, serving with many wonderful presidents, and things really went quite smoothly, and it was a really learning experience for me. I'm sure that I got at least as much out of it as I gave, so that I feel that this was rewarding. If anybody was looking for gratitude, power, whatever that may be, or something great that was going to happen, this is not the case. It was hard work, but it was very satisfying because it got things done. After 23 years in the office of secretary, I felt that I wasn't getting any younger, and it was time that somebody else should be broken in. And I gave 2 years' notice to hopefully be replaced. I asked for volunteers, and finally a very nice lady, Carmen Leonard, came along and said, "John, if you'll help me, teach me how to do this and help me, I would be glad to do it." And that is how it came about that Carmen Leonard took over as secretary. I was elected at that time for director at large. That is a 6-year term, which goes from 1990 to 1996. And all a director at large is, he's a member of the executive committee, so he gets to vote and express his opinion. But actually, all a director at large does is he represents districts that do not have a district director. So that's where I'm subsequently, and I'm ready at any time to help, but I'm very happy to have other people really carry on. And I believe there's a time to come and there's a time to go.